We all make trading mistakes. It's inevitable. We see a stock going one way and we quickly figure out we're gonna be wrong. Now, if you've been in the same boat with me, listen to this lesson. Listen to this lesson in its entirety. The results will amaze you. The next time you find yourself in a predicament, your reaction time is going to be that much quicker, meaning you're gonna find a quicker exit. You're going to accept a smaller loss. Or maybe, just maybe, you're going to be able to turn a profit, even though you believed you were on the wrong side of the trade. Now, there are times when you trade, and even in life, when you have that light bulb moment, but not in a good way. You have the light bulb moment realizing you made the wrong trade. We bought the wrong car. We chose the wrong restaurant, or we simply made the wrong trade. With that said, we thought it was going higher. Clearly we were wrong. The stock's going down, and we acknowledge that. And we acknowledge that it's going to get worse. So we have to pull the eject cord, and we have to get out of that position. And we have to take the loss and move on. Now, first, a quick story. I spoke to a psychologist friend of mine when I was getting divorced, and he told me, look back on your relationship, Matt. Look back and you're realizing that it probably was going to end 12 to 18 months before it actually was over. And I said to him, no, dude, you're completely wrong. It ended a full 2 years before. So you get my point. A lot of the times we try and push through bad choices rather than fixing them. And rather than righting the situation, we push through and they get worse. And we think to ourselves, shoot, why didn't I get out of that trade yesterday or 2 days ago? Why didn't I get out of the trade when I was even? Now you have to have that realization that you're in a bad trade, to analyze the trade, to figure out the best way to get out. Have a strategy. When you're in a bad spot or a bad situation, it doesn't mean you jump ship automatically. You have to think of the best possible exit. Now, I'll give you 2 examples. Number 1, I was in a Bitcoin related stock. It was down 6% on the day. Of course, the day was Friday. And I said to myself, I need to get out because Bitcoin could go lower over the weekend. And instead of selling at that moment down 6%, I said, let me see if I can get a 2% spike and I'll save an additional 20% on my options. So rather than being down 30%, I can exit out only down 10%. So it executed and I cut my losses. That is the point. Not every trade is going to make you money, but those trades that are going to set you up for losses, if you can minimize those losses, that is the plan. When you decide to sell, you must find the best strategy that works for you. Show patience. When you made the wrong trade or decision, there's still a proper way to lessen the blow. Now, I call it my 24-hour rule. But first, if you can relate, and we've all been in that situation, if you've stayed in that relationship too long, that situation too long, that trade too long, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, share your story through a comment, and keep watching because I'm gonna give you my 24-hour rule. So here it is. You made a bad trade. You find yourself tilted. You're talking to yourself. You're probably cursing to yourself. Wait 24 hours for your next investment. Now that literally doesn't mean you have to sit at your screen or your computer and go, 3, 2, 1, yeah boy, I can trade again. It's 24 hours. No, it means just take your time, reset. Now I understand some of you are limited to the amount of day trades you can make because you're using a margin account. So I understand you might be limited to 3 trades in 5 days. That's okay for you. You don't have to reset because you're already gonna wait that 24-hour period. This is for everybody else that's using a cash account. Cash account is king, let's remember that. But if you're using a cash account, rather than jumping right back in, okay, I'm out of this, let me get into the next position. Okay, I'll close that out, let me get into this one. You're going to lose. You need to reset yourself. And I'll give you one more example. The example is, I had a friend who I said to him, the tech stocks are going down. He was in a 4-letter tech stock. It was going down. He said, okay, I'm gonna get out. And then he was impatient. He was just waiting on the sidelines to get back in, and he didn't wait long enough. Tech was still hovering. He jumped back in. I was correct in the afternoon. Tech took a shit on itself. And what happened? He lost 20%. He was like, Matt, I should have just waited 24 hours. And I'm like, that's exactly it. Follow the rules. And then he turned to me and said, Matt, I'm an adult. I don't need to follow any rules, but we all need to follow the rules. We all need structure when we trade, and we need structure in life. Now let's go out there and be successful.